There's been a crazy amount of information that's come out the last couple of days about the PlayStation 5, including people talking from the inside that know about what's going on, including Sony themselves. And again, the positive news that's coming out has been absolutely phenomenal, and I do believe that this is going to play a key role in helping the PlayStation 5 absolutely come out to a strong start and completely dominate next generation, much like they've done this generation. It's going to be very interesting to see how that all plays out, but according to this, a lot of Xbox fanboys are going to continue to get mad at PlayStation. Like, let's be real. PlayStation plays for keeps. They obviously know what they're doing. They've been doing this for many, many generations. And, obviously they have a clear, keen grasp of what gamers want. And this is exactly the opposite strategy of Microsoft. And so, of course, Xbox fans aren't going to be happy about it. But it is going to be an interesting video, and I can't wait to hear the feedback on it. I can hear people complaining now. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would really appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. Now, if you guys wouldn't mind, hit the bell so you're notified of everything. I do multiple videos a day, at least one video a day, sometimes two, but it really just depends on what's going on in the news. But shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, everybody in between. You guys are absolutely fantastic and amazing. It means a lot to me that you guys support the channel and things like that. I hope you all are doing well, and thank you very much. I'm truly humbled by the support and things like that from you guys. Thank you. So with that being said, Microsoft has a certain plan for what they want to do with the Xbox Series X and Lockhart when it comes out. They have a certain idea that it's more about getting people to subscribe to Game Pass and whatever. We'll have to see what they have coming up. There's a lot of rumors and stuff that they're going to totally, blow everybody away with mic drop moments at their next event in August, and that they're going to be doing, doing away with the Xbox Live membership to actually play online and stuff like that, which would be pretty big. But I don't think that really affects Sony in the way that a lot of people probably feel that it does. I think that it doesn't really have much effect at all. More or less, I just think that it's going to be interesting to see how these companies kind of play these things from here on out, in terms of what they tell us. This whole chess match is something that's been going on almost this entire year, and I can tell people are absolutely frustrated, because I know I'm frustrated by it, but at the same time, you kind of understand it from a business standpoint. Sony, on the other hand, they're really relying on their big AAA exclusives being a reason why people upgrade, and having things that you can't play with the old stuff. Like, it was a little bit of a controversy yesterday because, you can't use a DualShock 4 in a PlayStation 5. Why you'd want to bring a last-gen piece of tech to next gen, I have no idea to begin with. That's beyond me. If I'm going to pay $500 and some for a new console, I want it to be new UI, new controller, new everything. But even with that being said, the games are the most important thing. But one thing that went kind of not really under the radar, but something that went just kind of blew everybody away, is the fact that Marvel's Avengers is going to offer free Spider-Man on the PlayStation versions. Now, think about this for a second. I think it's pretty clear that Sony want people to think of PlayStation when you think of Spider-Man. So we know they have the exclusive Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 4. We know that Spider-Man Miles Morales is the exclusive coming out at launch on the PlayStation 5. And we know that Marvel's Avengers, which is a Square Enix game that's actually being made by Crystal Dynamics, who are also the developers of the Tomb Raider reboots, or the first two iterations of that anyway. They made an Avengers game, and Spider-Man is coming early next year as an exclusive to the PlayStation platform. Now, the interesting thing here is a lot of people consider this anti-consumer, but it's business, right? Like, Sony does this all the time. Microsoft does it. Go back to the Microsoft's July 23rd event, and how many console launch exclusive things did you see pop up? There was quite a bit, meaning that those are going to be console launch exclusives. They've either been, money had it, or there's some other kind of reason why they're going to go to Xbox first and then come to PlayStation second. But, nobody really seemed to have an issue with that, or take kind of issue with that. The interesting thing is that Sony has done this to great success because they're in it to win it. And people take that out on Sony. They get mad at Sony, claiming they're going to boycott something or whatever. That's realistically, pretty foolish. Like, it's not really going to accomplish anything. The people that always claim they're going to boycott stuff, it never works out. And, these games, whether they look good or bad, listen, having a character like Spider-Man, one of the most popular characters ever, exclusive to your platform, is going to do huge, right? Like, you can sit there and go, well, if you're an Xbox fan, well, I'll just get it on Xbox. Well, good, get it on Xbox. It doesn't really matter. Listen, this is probably a shift for me to start getting some stuff, third-party stuff at launch on the PlayStation. And one of the reasons why I'm going to get it on PlayStation is because, one thing, you get the beta, the exclusive beta or whatever on PlayStation. You also get the free super smart upgrade or whatever to the PlayStation 5 version for free. And it's going to be 4K 60 on the PlayStation 5 as well. So, that's very impressive stuff. And you throw Spider-Man on top of that, and it's just really kind of a given. But it's not over yet, right? Because exclusive deals are not coming to an end, and Imran Khan, who actually used to work for PlayStation and now is a commentator on Kind of Funny Games, actually had some interesting stuff to say. So yesterday we saw what was actually some good news for some people when it was announced that the Spider-Man would be joining the roster of Square Enix Marvel's Avengers next year. Obviously, PC and Xbox people aren't happy about it. It is what it is, So Kind of Funny's Imran Khan took to the popular Reset Era gaming forum in regards to the topic of the above-mentioned Spider-Man deal. In this post, he said that people really should be ready and conserve their energy at being mad, because if you're upset now, over the course of the next year, you're going to be seeing a lot of similar deals from Sony. He says, my hypothesis is that Sony isn't leveraging ownership of Spider-Man, which they do not have, to keep him an exclusive character. More likely, it is that Avengers is a AAA game on competing platforms, and Sony threw a bunch of money to keep the AAA Spider-Man realm associated with PlayStation consoles. The fact that this is a games as a service that is backwards compatible with getting a next-gen update on PS5 means the exact people to buy it, or they expect people to buy it and base some degree of the next generation console purchase decisions on that friends list and purchase. If you guys are mad about this, I suggest saving some energy, because the next year will be a marathon of getting upset. When asked by another user if he meant exclusive deals from both Microsoft and Sony would be making people upset, he said he wasn't familiar with Microsoft was referring to Sony. Said, I know Sony is doing this a lot. So again, you can take this as rumor or whatever, but the guy used to work for PlayStation, and he's in the industry, and he's in the business, and he's saying that Sony's going to do this a lot. That's what's going to happen. Sony wants to win. They believe in generations. They believe in doing whatever it takes. This is their livelihood. So this is something that I think, a lot of people probably aren't going to be happy with. And they're going to be unhappy with Sony about it. And that's kind of a mistake. Be unhappy with Microsoft about it. In my opinion, it's like Microsoft refuses to do these things, but Sony's going to continue to do them. And basically, by not doing it, I think that they're actually taking content away from gamers. So, that's something that's really going to be very interesting to see how that sort of works out next generation for everybody. Because I know, right from the start of this current generation, Sony really locked down stuff like Destiny and the strikes and stuff like that. And so, Xbox fans were kind of left out in the cold. Phil Spencer refuses to do anything like that, refuses to get any kind of content, timed content or whatever. But apparently he has no problem, getting timed, quote-unquote, launch exclusives or whatever, those little AA stuff. But it seems like they're much more interested in getting that kind of stuff to launch day and date in Game Pass, and that's their most important thing. For me personally, I don't really care about what goes in Game Pass or what doesn't, or, I'm really more interested in big AAA exclusives and, the type of games that we get there. And, I love time content. That's a way to get people to buy a game on that particular platform, and it goes way back to even the 360. I can remember people buying the 360 version of Call of Duties because they got the map packs early, or I remember the 360 got GTA 4, I want to say, content for a year early, and nobody had a problem with it then. I guess PlayStation people did, but it sold extremely well on 360, and that was back when Xbox games used to outsell PlayStation games in terms of multiplats and stuff. That's what you got to do to get a foothold. Realistically, Microsoft should be doing everything inventive to try to get back in the race, and instead they're almost standing pat with what they've been doing, which has been losing. So, it's really hard to sort of understand the mindset there, but it's going to be fun to see how this plays out for next generation. I will link this so you guys can check it out. What do you think about this? Sony getting a lot more content, a lot more exclusives, a lot more timed content, third-party content. I think this is really good for their brand. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset by it, but it is business and fair play. Microsoft could do it if they wanted to as well. Let me know in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter at @_Crapgamer, Xbox Live MOH space Crapgamer, PSN just Crapgamer. Thank you all so much for spending time with me, taking time out of your busy schedule to watch one of my videos. It really does mean a lot to me. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.